Hello, and welcome to Beyond Books, where we talk about books and beyond. I'm your host. I'm Renee, co-host Raina, and her snack of the day today is Rachel Ray Nutrish Turkey Bites. Nice little turkey jerky, which she definitely loves. And today we are going to do a tag for Tag Tuesday. Happy Tag Tuesday. And that tag is called Oh, the Places You'll Go. And you may recognize that because that is from the Dr. Seuss book, which has the same title, Oh, the Places You'll Go. And I was tagged by Daniela at Uncommon Reader. And I have a feeling I was tagged by other people too. YouTube currently is not showing me all the mentions that I have had recently, but I'm pretty sure somebody else tagged me on this. It possibly was Stuart from Stuart Griffin, but I'm not sure. So if anyone else tagged me, please let me know in the comments, and I will get you your credit in the description box for doing so. All right, so this is an original tag that was created by Gareth of Books, Songs, and Other Magic. And this is what Gareth had to say about his tag. He said, "This is a special tag with some personal questions and some bookish questions to answer for the prompts. I'm celebrating an upcoming year that features lots of travel." Yay, good for you. And bringing in the genius of Dr. Seuss to do it. For each of the quotes from the book, Oh, the Places You'll Go, there's a bookish prompt and a life prompt. So if you'd like to do this tag, I would love to see you do both prompts for the quotes. Either way, I hope you enjoy it, and I'm sure we will. Looks very interesting, and here we go. Prompt number 1 is which direction you choose. So the book prompt is, what's the first place you go in a bookstore? Well, it kind of depends what kind of bookstore. But generally, if it's a bookstore that sells new books, say like a Barnes and Noble type, I will definitely look first at the new releases, just to see if there's something that's come out that I might be interested in. And if it's a used bookstore, I will usually head just kind of over to the general fiction area. If there's a separate area, as there a lot of times are for mysteries and thrillers, I'll definitely go over there at some point. I usually look really quickly through the nonfiction, see if there's any autobiographies or biographies that I might be interested, or memoirs, because that's normally the type of nonfiction that I read most likely. So yeah, I'll go to those areas first. Of course, I've also been known to get the coffee first, so that can happen too. But then the life prompt is, what is the biggest life decision you've made that has impacted your life? And I would say that would be both becoming a nurse and then more recently, unbecoming a nurse. And what I mean by that is my choice as a profession to be a nurse was a good choice for me. I always appreciated the job. It's a difficult job at times, but yeah, I always seem to find my way, and I really liked all of the things that I did within that profession. And now, more recently, unbecoming a nurse. I like retiring too, and getting to do some different things, which I have since retiring, and working in some different roles, having a channel, all kinds of things that I would not certainly have done when I was working as a professional nurse. So prompt number 2, too smart to go down any not so good street. And the book prompt is, what did you used to read that you don't read anymore? I would say probably the biggest category would be professional articles and medically related material. I still read it, but I don't read it as much as what I did when I was a practicing nurse. I get some things in my email that, give little overviews of some of like the, new things that are coming out in medicine, trends, insurance trends, things like that. I mean, I look at them, but I sometimes do delete them without even looking, especially recently. Um, Not really a fan of what they're doing in Health and Human Services and with the CDC, so I don't need to look. And so, unfortunately, a lot of times I don't. The life prompt is what have you learned either as a hobby or in education that you value the most? And I'm going to say this would be related to my education. I think that this started probably with a nursing education, but the important things I've learned in life are tolerance, patience, and keeping an open mind. All of those things actually, you think you're benefiting others by doing that, and you are, but you benefit yourself more. You get that back, if that makes any sense. If you have an open mind about people, you can meet some fantastic people. And I think when I say tolerance, I think I mean more than tolerance. I think I mean actually reaching out to people. That's all time that is well spent, and everything that you learn about people is going to come back to you in a good way. So number 3 is you'll be seeing great sights. Yes. The book prompt is pick a book with an attractive cover. So I'm just going to pick a book that I just bought it yesterday. I bought this at Ollie's. It was marked down for just a couple of dollars. But I liked the cover, has that kind of retro look. And I thought that back here with the farm and the road and the nice green grass with the little blue mountains in the background, I thought that that really looked a lot like the Virginia countryside. So yeah, but it's not, I don't believe, about Virginia or even takes place in Virginia. It actually takes place in Wyoming. And this is about someone who is painting a mural. He's commissioned to paint a mural in his local post office, which was something that they did as part of the New Deal to get artists back to work. And I know someone locally here who is working on a project to bring more attention to that. So that's really interesting. So that's why I picked up that book. But anyway, the life prompt is, what is the most beautiful place that you've visited? And I'm going to say, even though I think the United States is definitely overall one of the most beautiful countries in the world, we have a lot of countryside, a lot of beautiful natural sites for people to see. Still, there was something special about Austria. I went there in 1992, and especially the area around Innsbruck. There were lots of beautiful farms, gorgeous countryside. I went on 2 hikes there on 2 different days. And I mean, they were so beautiful that when I look back on them, I mean, they just feel magical. They were wonderful. So yeah, I enjoyed the Austrian countryside. Prompt number 4, you'll be the best of the best. And the book prompt is, what do you feel confident that you know a lot about with regard to books? Well, I don't really consider myself to be a specialist in any one thing when it comes to books. I'm a generalist. I read a lot of different books for many different reasons. And I think I've gotten pretty good with doing maybe like a basic book review without including any spoilers. I hope when I do my reviews that you have a good overview of what the book was like and what my impression of it was. And it'll help you to make a decision if it's a book that you want to read. I mean, that's my goal with them. So yeah, I would say that. My life prompt is, or the life prompt is, what would your what would be your specialist subject on Mastermind? I don't know the game Mastermind very well, but on, say, like Jeopardy or Trivial Pursuit, I'm good with the categories that are popular music of the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, or science, especially as it's related to anatomy and physiology. So I hope that answered the question. Prompt number 5 is accept when you don't. And the book prompt is, what kinds of books do you feel that you don't relate to? And I feel that that type of book would be mostly in the area of fantasy. I don't really read that as a rule. I'm not saying I never would or I never have. I mean, I've read The Hobbit, the Lord of the Rings series, Hunger Games, kind of things along those lines. But yeah, it's not a genre that I go back to really. And then sometimes romance. It's just too much. Have a hard time relating to it. I don't mind there being some romance in the books that I'm reading. It's part of everyone's life, so I don't really have a problem with that. But to just read a romance book sometimes it's just too much. And I mean, I guess if you combine the two together, I wouldn't do well with romantasy either. And then the life prompt is, what is something that you've stopped doing or that you've given up on? And I'm going to say for that, running. I used to be a runner, and you know, I did it the better part of my adult life. Was never really good at it, but I was consistent, and it was a consistent form of exercise for me, and always loved being outside. And I would challenge myself in little ways with it. But now, of course, I don't do it very often. I can still run. I'm slow, and I'll definitely pay a price the next day for it. I don't go far if I go at all. And for instance, the last time I went was this past fall. So fall of 2024. So not real long ago, but it has been a little while. And I probably on that occasion went about a mile or two because that's what I can comfortably do now. I exercise regularly, but it's just not running anymore. Prompt 6 is the waiting place. And the book prompt is, name a book you're excited to read that's on your TBR. Got it right here. It's going to be on the TBR in May. A little spoiler alert here. And that is Patricia Cornwell, Identity Unknown. I'm really excited for this. This is, I think, the newest Kay Scarpetta edition. And I found this in a library sale. So it only cost me a few dollars. The back cover, the back jacket was ripped, and I just repaired it with a piece of tape. But see, that's the yellow brick road, and that's the abandoned amusement park. And this is where that is located. That's an actual place. I believe it's located in North Carolina. They only open it for a couple of weeks per year. Used to be a Wizard of Oz amusement park. But during like the fall, you can go and explore it, and they do haunted house things or whatever. And yeah, so a body is found there in this book. So yeah, I'm going to be interested in reading that. I'm real excited for it. Then the life prompt to that is, what in general are you looking forward to the most this year? Well, next month, again, May, I got a lot to look forward to in May. I'm going on vacation with my sister. I haven't seen her in about a year and a half, and I'm really looking forward to spending some time with her. So yeah, I'm very excited for that. That's kind of like one of my highlights for the year 2025. Prompt number 7 is balancing act. talk about balancing your time between general life and putting out content on BookTube. Well, yeah, it is a balancing act, and it can be a challenge because you do spend quite a bit of time. I find it easier to make 2 videos at a time, and then kind of stagger them throughout, the week or even the month if, I have that many that are that far ahead. But I try to stay ahead by at least a video or two. That helps a little bit. So in case something comes up, you still have a video that's ready to go. And I think it helps keep them on a more regular schedule. Also, there are just some videos that are just so much easier to create. Like generally speaking, I think the book hauls, the unhauls, the monthly wrap ups, the TBRs, those are generally pretty easy to do. But things like book reviews, and then especially my banned book reviews, they're much more challenging. I spend a lot more time prepping for those. To make the actual video doesn't take long. It's all the prep time that goes into it. So prompt number 8, we're at the end. Tag others. So if you're watching this video and you'd like to do this tag, I hope you'll consider yourself tagged. I will also tag some people in the description. And let's do now one more piece of turkey jerky for the road. Raina, you did very well today. Co-host is back. I don't think you saw her on the last video. So yeah, everyone was asking about her, but yeah, she's fine. She went for a nice long walk with me today. We walked probably close to 3 miles. So yeah, that was pretty good. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.